Hello and welcome back to Dishonored, mostly flesh and steel. The achievement that I'm going for, or the walkthrough, is mostly flesh and steel, which is simply finishing the game without purchasing any abilities or enhancements besides Blink. And I have just read that you are not allowed to even upgrade Blink. You are not allowed to upgrade Blink or purchase any other supernatural abilities with runes, since it will lock the achievement for you. Now let's get back to it.
Samuel Beechworth went to sea to forget a hopeless love. He succeeded. The boatman has a good heart and respects you. They are burning whales. Samuel is a simple man, but he knows the river Redhaven and all its tributaries, down to the smallest inlet. He has many scars, some from the phlegm of the river crests, some from the nameless monsters of the deep ocean. The doom of Pandysia has come to the city. Samuel was once eager to hear Havelock's stories of the sea, but perhaps the Admiral is not what he expected. Samuel Beechworth went to sea to forget a hopeless love. He succeeded. The boatman has a good heart and respects you.
Okay, that still, if you kill them outside, still doesn't work. Anyway, let's get to the mission.
Let's go. It's nearly midnight. But easy. Keep them in the boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
Huh?
What the fuck? Hey!
Can't stay hidden forever.
Find that son. Here you are.
You are allowed to use Blink and your abilities.
Oh, please. No.
This run, I'm not going to kill civilians.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. John Clavering Boulevard has been designated a restricted travel area.
Unconscious,
Any citizens
not
are
killing
liable to
civilians.
search or imprisonment at the discretion of the City Watch.
Assassin! Help!
Wait. There's a bunch of them here that you want to take. I'm not trying to get 100% on coins on each mission. Since the last time I've played through the whole game and got 100% on each coin, it's been a long time, and I can't remember every single coin location. Since, like I said, it's been a long time since I've finished the game and played through the game, and so I've forgotten most coin spots. Not most coin spots, but at least I've forgotten 100% of them in each mission. Nothing here.
The river rushed in when the barrier broke. The whole district
Attention,
went
Dunwall
dark.
citizens. This is a special announcement from our Honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered.
Oh. As you can read. You can read every single thing that I click on.
To enforce order whenever and wherever necessary. We owe our thanks to High Overseer Campbell for the generous loan of their...
I thought that I rewired. Didn't work out. Should have saved here.
Attention Dunwall citizens. This is a special message from our Honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. As Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever necessary. We owe our thanks to High Overseer Campbell for the generous loan of their services.
If I was a fairy, I'd want to do that. Yes, I would indeed.
The river rushed in when the barrier broke. The whole district went dark. I will be glad to rest. At the academy, they cut the flesh of the dead and trap the lightning from the sky. Why am I so cold? The great ships have stopped bringing their hulls. What have they done to me? My father had golden hair. My mother hair like ash. This city is built on the bones of the great ones.
Oh no.
Be careful, Corvo. They call her Granny Rags. You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family, but an emperor begged for her hand once, and rich young men fought each other for her favor. I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting. Then, she made a different choice. You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
When the last Leviathan is gone, darkness will fall. The Abbey is dark, its doors are locked, and no more the great sermons. The overseers have taken to the streets.
I told you the knives go on the
Long
left.
ago, Granny Rags
Always
danced
on
to
the
court
left. You never
and
listened.
begged to marry her.
Dear? Is that you, my dear husband? My eyes aren't what they used to be. Have you seen my little birdies? The dear things must be starving without their granny. Here, birdies. Here. Oh, my. I think I have gentlemen callers again, but not the way I used to, not the nice ones. I hear them, and they're not very polite ones either. Granny Rags, let us in. Ah, well, they'll go away again if they know what's good for them. But what a bother. Here's the key to the front door, love. You'll see to those ruffians, won't you? Are they gone yet?
Let us in, Granny. I bet you can't even hear us. She's blind, not deaf. We're here to do your washing. She's not stupid either. Have it your way. We're here to take your money, Granny. We're wasting our time. How much could she have? She digs in trash for a living. Let's get a drink. I'm dry as an overseer's prick. She's been digging for 80 years. Must have found something. Hear that, Granny? Whatever you got, Slackjaw gets a cut. Nothing personal. Just Bottle Street rules. Which do, Granny?
I think the little birdies are sad today.
Let us in.
I told you the knives go on the left.
Would you look at this?
You don't walk into Bottle Street looking like that.
That outfit must have cost a lot.
Maybe I'll let my girlfriend wear it.
Come on, let's go! Feed you to the rats!
That's the reason why I love the pistol so much.
Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for you. I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance? Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come. Yes, I will. I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that Slackjaw is the worst of the lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present. Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street gang's elixir still? That'd teach him. See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first. Galvani lives on Clavering Boulevard, or at least he used to. Those were the days. Now run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious.
In her mind's eye, she is
You'll have to go, or they won't come.
Velvet, fresh and young, on her way to an evening of romance.
I think the little birdies
She
are
treads
sad
with
today.
grace, and is not as frail as she seems. The children
I
sometimes
told you
circle
the knives go
racks,
on the
following
left.
long and
They've
taunting.
always gone on the
She
left.
has given
You
herself
never
fully
listened
to the outsider. Long ago, Granny Rags danced to court. Men begged to marry her. In her mind's eye, she is fancy trim.
Oh no,
velvet,
that's not a nice thing.
fresh
Just
and young.
garbage. Garbage,
on her way
garbage,
to an
garbage.
evening
All.
of romance. Careful, she treads with purpose, and is not as frail as she
Granny
seems.
has work to do.
I'm going to show you what happens if you kill her. Those turns into red, and they will start attacking you. Since Granny Rex has supernatural powers also, and also has the mark of the outsider that you got.
Off you go.
Okay, let's continue with the mission. I'm still collecting runes, however, but I won't buy powers. Since this is mostly fresh and steel one anyway. on gaffer sale.
Heard something.
Hey! Who's making that noise? Knock it off.
Keep away.
Get off
Your
me,
record
blowhard. Somebody get over here!
Let me out! I owe you, brother. I want to ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that. You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business. Well, it was, at one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me. Want to look at some of the things I found? Good prices, I swear.
What you want to buy from this guy is the mask upgrades. If you want, you can buy the Sokolov formula as well. But I'm not going to do it.
Huh?
Choking, not choking anyone out. This should be a good one. Not going to do much drop assassination here in this run.
Looking for something special?
Nah.
He was in prison for 5 years, then changed his name to Griff. No one suspects. In troubled times, fortune often favors those such as he. Griff offers as
Don't
close
worry.
to a fair deal
Those
as
Bottle
one
Street boys had
finally
no
lies.
idea where I keep the best loot. So come by when you can.
Yes, he knows who you are, but he would pretend he does not. An
Come
honest
see me
man?
anytime.
No, but his heart is not as black as some. He was in prison for 5 years, then changed his name to Griff. No one suspects. In troubled times, fortune often favors those such as he.
Possible!
Huge rats from down there, don't go.
Attention, Watchmen. This district is now considered a highly infected area. Residents are to be escorted to adjacent neighborhoods or delivered for immediate deportation to the flooded district. Remain in position until qualified personnel have completed the removal of infected bodies.
This should take care of. Should take care of the rats.
What? That's it. Let's take it down! Let's go!
And now I kinda skipped the scene here, which I'm gonna place here, but okay, I guess. There's a room. Open here.
I know you're somewhere around.
Okay, let's get to Galvan's office. Spectrum, the aforementioned from the Bottle Street Gang, the leader of the Bottle Street Gang. He will play a role later in another mission.
Wait. Someone that... I hear you there.
Dump you in the river.
I just killed the mate right there, man. Anyway, in another run you will see every single conversation. The safe is 287. I can show you right now in a couple of seconds where you can find the code. But the code's always the same, so don't worry about it. Safe code is in this room right here. When you enter, Normally this is the room from the Trials challenge. Oh, I forgot which challenge, the name of the challenge, but you don't have the hidden room here with the book. The save code is actually here in this journal. 28th day of the 7th month. So 287.
Can you hear them too? Crying out in the dark. The thinkers of the city. They devise new ways to tame the elements.
You can shoot through doors if you want to. Make it a bit more badass. But there are no enemy here.
Not so long ago, Dunwall was a proud city.
Plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect? Its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe in intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander Zoological Survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. Could they have been introduced on purpose? Perhaps by a foreign power.
If you always want to hear an audiograph, you can find written notes, books, and audiographs. Going to replay it now.
Obviously, the plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect? Its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe in intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander Zoological Survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. Could they have been introduced on purpose? Perhaps by a foreign power.
We're done here. Let's leave. Let's get to the whiskey distillery now first. Oh shit.
There is a strong drink made here. I tried it once. Distilled from river crusts, but I tasted it. The brothels sprang up around the distilleries. They are inseparable. Is it the month of harvest? Time has lost all meaning. There is a strong drink made here. I tried it once. Distilled from river crusts, but I tasted it. The brothels sprang up around the distilleries. They are inseparable.
Word is, he's like a phantom, with an army of shadows in front of him. This is one-eyed bird. Consorts with crazies, does rituals and the like, bone charms and such.
You sound afraid.
Damn right I am. Down ain't no ordinary man. Touched by the outsider he is, given dark powers. He can slit your throat across the room.
Well, that'd give him a leg up for sure.
It's no coincidence that most men won't even whisper his name.
Is it true that he lives in the flooded district? With them weepers and wild hounds?
That's what they say. Perfect place for a paid killer to hide.
What's this business? Is anyone there?
Let's get down for business. With explosive balls.
Come on, spread out. Gotcha! Come on! Let's get this guy! Go down, pig!
Well, I just wanted to hear the conversation because they were talking about that. So I just waited for the convo to end. So I wanted to get down there and kill them.
How can it be that I know such things? There is a strong drink made here. I tried it once. Distilled from river crusts, but I tasted it.
You got lucky. When you're this handsome, you don't need face like a hagfish. Hey, don't be sour. Where's Slapjaw coming? I'm not killing them fast, elixir. Then you better get all your shit together. Everything's fine. I run the still like I run a Yeah.
The brothels sprang up around the distilleries. They are inseparable. Listen, I can hear their every thought. His father was one of the first to die of the plague. A street thug, a knife for hire. There is a strong drink made here. I tried it once. Distilled from river crusts, but I tasted it.
What? Somebody, give me a hand. Please.
Ah shit, I
That's the end of you.
shouldn't play around that much this time.
Cross it. Don't let him hit you.
Should have saved more, man. My fault. Saving is really crucial in this game. Let's save. Not going to press the books and again, just... Oh. Might need explosive weapon.
Not to the Abbey or the office of the Highlanders. One or the other. Where they train the overseers. Stuff like that. But it gets weird. Some kind of a
wasn't drunk?
He says he still hears it at night. He never gets out.
That's an east left rug. Okay, I got one for you.
Well, give it.
Okay. The nobleman laid with the scullery so loudly they made quite a riot. The nobleman's wife took the butchering knife and carved herself some peace and quiet.
Oh, I get it. The wife done cut 'em both, right?
Yeah, that's the gist. Now it's your turn.
Oh, let me think. Okay. Yeah, I got one. Ready?
I'm listening.
There once was a sailor from Morley who fancied a woman most sorely. He gave her his cash, she gave him a rash, and that's all. There isn't no Morley.
Alright, you win. You win.
Well, I know 100 of these old rhymes. My mommy used to tell them at me.
His father was one of the first to die of the plague. A street thug, a knife for hire. There is a strong drink made here. I tried it once, distilled from river crusts, but I tasted it. The brothels spring up around the distilleries. They are inseparable. This one cooks rats over a trash fire when he can't find anyone to draw. He murders for coin. He is paid in whiskey and sleeps on the floor of the distillery. He is a cutthroat and thug. He answers to a man named Slackjaw. His mother still walks the streets of this district. Is it the month of harvest? Time has lost all meaning. A predator. He's part of a gang. He looked after his brother the best he could, but the boy died of thick lung at the age of 6. A brutal thief. There is a strong drink made here. I tried it once. Distilled from river crusts, but I tasted it.
Any fools settling over here?
The brothels spring up around the distilleries. They are inseparable. A mudlark until 12, sifting through the filth until he could use a knife. He is from the Bottle Street gang. He feeds a stray dog every night. He named her Billy.
Picked up
One of
anything good?
Slackjaw's men. His mother's dying words to him were,
I'll move on.
"Give us a whiskey, darling." How can it be that I know such things? There is a strong drink made here.
Okay, I'm
I
not.
tried it once. Distilled from river crusts, but I tasted it.
Somewhere here you are. Somebody, give me a hand. Get around. Let's see what's inside. I'm gonna loot your corpse. This is gonna be... Come on.
That's spawning out of nowhere. Doesn't trigger the screen razor. If you go here, be careful, there's a trap.
Huh? Somebody, get over here. I'm gonna feed you to the rat.
As you can see, it's not going this way because there's a trap. Those rats, man. Those rats. Okay, it is all clear. Save the game, please. Red black. Bone charm up here. Undertaker. Not carrying corpses, so not necessarily. First, let's create some elixir before we infect it. How many we got? We have gotten the maximum cap, I think. Now we have infected the elixir, which turns them all into specific things. You will see it, what they will become. Let's go, keep going. Let's get to Granny Rex. Get our reward.
I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. Now I can stroll along the waterfront in peace. And don't think I've forgotten your little gift. Go on upstairs, dear one.
The children sometimes circle Granny Rex, following long
I
and
told
taunting.
them, peel it off. Peel it off so it can breathe.
Already
That
you
will
used
never
the heart
wash.
on Granny.
Never, never, never.
Not going to do it again now. Birthday gift. Okay, done with Granny. Let's get to Overseer. Yeah. Will take a bit longer this mission, I think. I took quite some time now. Not sure if I... Let's save before I... Okay. Okay, I failed that. already know the locations where they spawn. There's always a cap to every specific alarm. You can't go spamming alarms.
Hello. I hear the second day is when the skin really starts to come all the way off. Is that true? Or is it the itching that really gets you? Or the rats?
Jasper, isn't it? It's not so bad in here. Except that it's your wife.
Huh. You don't scare easy, I'll give you that. That'll change.
Oh shit.
I know you're guards.
What a sight you are in that mask. I know who you are and what you're here to do. And I can help. Unlock me and I'll buy you a drink in a couple of days. By the Void, I'll buy you 100 drinks.
There are few brave enough to laugh in the outsider's face. But T. Martin is
That's
one.
poor circulation, and I seem to have forgotten my mittens, so I'd appreciate it if you could release me or at least go gather some firewood.
Do not be deceived by his talk of strictures. Martin's crimes weigh heavy on his spirit.
You
He
never
is a
appreciate
soldier,
the fine masonry of
highly
Dunwall's
armed,
cobblestones
and a
until
man
you've
of
had your
faith.
face hanging over them for days on end.
He wonders which is more powerful, the knife or the tongue.
Nothing would make me happier than joining you and the others, especially if they've tapped some of the finer kegs still left at the pub.
He always had his sights set on the Abbey's highest office. There are few brave enough to laugh
The lever
in the
is just to my
outsider's
right,
face. But T. Martin is one.
Feels good to stand up straight. Thank you, Corvo. What you're here to do tonight is of the highest importance. We've got to find Emily, so kill Campbell and make it quick. Once it's done, search his body for the journal, his notorious black book, and get out of there. Campbell is meeting with a guard named Kernow, and word from my informant is that Campbell is going to poison him. Maybe you can use that to your advantage. All right, I won't be of any help here, so I'll make my own way back to the Hound Pits pub. If I see Samuel the boatman, I'll tell him to pick you up in the backyard, behind the office of the High Overseer. May all the spirits guide you, and may our enemy's head hit the floor without you taking a scratch.
Do not be deceived by his talk of strictures. Martin's crimes weigh heavy on his spirit.
I was just reading in the archive about the heretic's brand. It sounds painful. Have you ever seen the ritual?
I've never seen the heretic's brand used.
It's a rare occurrence.
But I did spy the face of one so branded. A former member of our order, of course. Out on a retreat, we passed through a fishing town and saw him begging.
What were his crimes?
Who can say? The brand is reserved for an overseer. Or even the High Overseer himself, who violates our codes and must be cast out permanently. Remember the 7 strictures, and you never need worry about such matters.
I will, brother.
See something? Might be worth checking
Here, someone get up! Get going down! Damn it! Where'd he go? Die, idiot! How did we lose him?
Just to show you. Want to see something. Is this really the hardest difficulty? Yeah, it sounds. Okay. Because it doesn't feel like it. But okay, I guess.
Down. When I find you, it's going to be bad. Where are you? Oh, I'll find you. know you're here somewhere, scum. I'll feed your head to the hounds. I need one.
What I find funny about this is there's always one guy coming up here. Can always kill him anyway, so that's the funny thing about this.
Do not let your keen eyes wander tonight, boy. There's word of bad men about. Here's a good boy. Good boy, Justice. I didn't saw the guy there. My bad. Do not let your keen eyes wander tonight, boy.
Damn! Someone's been killed.
Can't fucking hit the phone. Before we go there, I forgot something. Dangerous, and he will attack even his own men. But I didn't use him now to attack and kill the overseer right there, so I decided to do it myself. Lying tongue, wandering gaze, errant mind. Lying tongue. 2, 1. Oh, look at the hound completely eat them up. Okay, let's go. Ah, this is the hidden room with the picture inside it. As you can see, there is no bottle now. This is one of the Sokolov things.
Curse those fools at Coleridge for letting Corvo get away. Who knows what the man could do now? Hiram, or Lord Regent, as he asked us to call him now, seems to have faith in all the Sokolov security devices he's put up all over the city, but I'm not so sure. At least the girl has been moved to a safe place.
You know what? I'm going to play the...
Curse those fools at Coleridge for letting Corvo get away. Who knows what the man could do now? Hiram, or Lord Regent, as he...
Going to play it in a second. I forgot something. But I'll go back now because I wanted to take the main entrance, not the side entrance here.
Curse those fools at Coleridge for letting Corvo get away. Who knows what the man could do now? Hiram, or Lord Regent, as he asks us to call him now, seems to have faith in all the Sokolov security devices he's put up all over the city, but I'm not so sure. At least the girl has been moved to a safe place. Visiting her twice a week has given me ample opportunity to inspect the facilities, as they say. So there's an upside, at least.
need all the money I can get here, especially in this run.
Help me!
Not going to kill this guy. Ah. Every I oversee.
I need help! Help!
Little map for the area.
to the beginning. It was Martin's plot to break him out of Coldridge Prison. That's clear enough. But why Corvo? The one man feared. The Empire. He's as bloody-minded as they say. Left a trail of bodies. And the way he dodged the axe, we can't rule him to black magic. He had help, yes, but how far does it go? The trail goes to Martin, but Martin knows everyone, everywhere. Not to the flooded district, surely. Or did he? The sewers are a rat's nest. And once he reached the river, he might have gone anywhere.
Let's take him out.
Why kill the Empress? He must have gone mad. I know you're here somewhere, scum. Assassin, help!
Is a man, aged 30 perhaps, slender, unusual tattoo, face and chest, probably superstitious heresy, wearing some sort of industrial mask when we brought him, stolen out of one of the whaling factories from the look of it. You're one of Dowd's men, aren't you? Caught at last? Give us a name at least. What's wrong with his eyes? Opium? Laudanum. Are you with us? What's he doing? Some kind of fit? He's gone. Here it is, a pin, hidden in one of his gloves. Subject has administered some kind of poison. The effects seem to have been lethal.
Okay, it's time to go to the chamber meeting.
I trust you. I hear the watch is having trouble holding the side streets.
Bunch of playing games, that's all it is.
Good, good. And your niece, Callista, isn't it? I'm very concerned.
She'll be found. My men are searching district by district.
The poor girl.
Callista's a resourceful one. Probably found out a safe place to hole up in all this chaos.
If my overseers hear any word,
So there
I'll
are
come straight to you.
multiple options here. Empty out the bottles or assassinate Campbell.
I hope.
As you can see, you can switch poison to Campbell's side, you can combine the two glasses, spill the glasses or walk away. This time I'm going to kill Campbell, and I'm going to show you the different options right now, real quick, so we get it out of the way.
It'll make this business pass all the quicker.
First option is, of course, kill Campbell.
Locked? One of the servants must have been in here. Let me see. It seems I have the wrong one. Not that one. No. Ah, here we are. Now if you'll join me. Stop! You! Who are you?
Okay, this...
You made someone a widow, damn you.
Didn't work out like I planned. Didn't work out like I planned.
It'll make this business pass all the quicker. Locked? One of the servants must have been in here. Let me see. It seems I have the wrong one. Not that one. No. Ah, here we are. Now if you'll join me. You? Who are you? Got you now. Damn you! Watch out! Firing! Take this! Take down his legs!
Shit. Ah, too many people. Okay, doing it a bit different.
This business pass all the quicker. Locked? One of the servants must have been in here. Let me see. It seems I have the wrong one. Not that one. No. Ah, here we are. Now if you'll join me. Stop! You! Who are you? Now the rats can fight. An assassin has infiltrated the building.
Bit hard, man.
No. Ah, here we are. Now if you'll join me.
Take out his legs.
Wanted to show you the assassination of Camp, but this is not the way that I want to do it in this run. I want to just walk away and see what happens in this version.
Business pass all the quicker. The servants must have been in here. Let me see. It seems I have the wrong one. Not that one. No. Ah, here we are. Now if you'll join me. Men will come get you when we're finished. Keep each other entertained in the meantime.
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant.
Oh, I agree. A whore dies and suddenly this. Will you have wine? It's a Tivian red.
Thank you.
Now, to business. What would you say happened last night?
To be honest, I'm not even sure. My men, your overseers, a few whores, maybe a little too much ale. One harmless prank with a runaway chicken, and 10 minutes later, Trevor's Alley is a sea of blood and teeth.
I almost wish I'd been there.
Tivian, you say? Bit dry.
Now, I know you'll agree that we can't allow word of overseers behaving this way to reach the populace.
You can't seriously expect me to... Campbell, this wine's rather strong.
Is it? You're not a lightweight, are you?
I can't feel my hands.
Really? Can you feel yourself dying, you ridiculous parasite?
What did you say? Campbell.
I do love my life. Can he be dead? Guards! Come at once! An assassin has poisoned Kurnow, this noble soul. Lock the place down and search the offices from top to bottom. Order breached. I'll be...
This facility is now in high alert. Lockdown is now in effect. Report to your stations and execute any intruders on sight.
Under everything. You feature. Who is that?
This was one of the options you have. The other option. Poison buff.
Here we are. Now to join us. Men will come get you when we're finished. Keep each other entertained. Meantime.
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant.
Oh, I agree, I agree. A whore dies and suddenly this. Will you have wine? It's Tivian red.
Thank you.
Now, to business. What would you say happened last night?
To be honest, I'm not even sure. My men, your overseers, yours, maybe a little too much air. One harmless chicken, and 10 minutes later, Trevor's Alley is a sea of blood and teeth.
I almost wish I'd been there.
Tivian, you say? Bit dry.
Now, I know you'll agree that we can't allow word of overseers behaving this way to reach the publics.
You can't seriously expect me to... Campbell, this wine's rather strong.
Is it? You're not a lightweight, are you?
I can't feel my hands.
Really? Can you feel yourself dying, you ridiculous parasite?
What did you say? Campbell.
I think I'm just going to keep it this way now. Don't want the part to be that long. I will going to show you on another walkthrough another options anyway, so I think it's okay. I think I forgot to pick the bolt up. This one. Let's leave this on. You know what? This is not the way I want it to be. Let's do it. Now let's show you.
Now join me. Men will come get you when we're finished. Keep each other entertained. Meantime.
I think I will just...
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant.
First option.
Oh, I agree, I agree. A whore dies and suddenly this. Will you have wine? It's a Tivian red.
Thank you.
Now, to business. What would you say happened last night?
To be honest, I'm not even sure. My men, your overseers, a few whores, maybe a little too much ale. One harmless prank with a runaway chicken, and 10 minutes later, Trevor's Alley is a sea of blood and teeth.
I almost wish I'd been there.
Take it easy there, old son.
I'm all right, Colonel. But down the wrong way. Now about these overseers.
Who are just as guilty as my own men, if not more.
But my overseers have a name to protect. I can't allow you to... Oh no. This can't be happening. Who's done this?
What on earth are you talking about?
No time, no time. Listen carefully. You must pay instruct the Lord Regent to burn the Black Book. Understand? Burn it!
What Black Book? What do you mean?
Tell him. Warn them. And then I'll plague you, useless incompetent. I never liked you.
What? Campbell? He's dead. Guards! Guards, get in here!
By the prophecies, what have you done?
He's been poisoned. There was a younger of your order in here before. An initiate, perhaps. Detain him.
You don't give orders here.
Don't be a fool. He must be running already. Get after him! I'll be filing a full report.
Stuff your report, Colonel, and I'll have your weapons at once.
Idiot! One step closer and I'll gut you.
You've forgotten where you are, Captain. You've no power here.
You'll regret this! Bring the alarm!
Get over here!
Take you! Guards! We'll have to fight our way out.
Beat him to the house.
They start running. But I think the last option is to spill out the glasses, but I'm going to do that on the low chaos run anyway. I've shown you now 3 options, and I think I will be sticking to the first option. As you can see, you have the option switch poison to campsite, combine both cases, or spill the glasses, or walk away. Actually 3 options, but I'm just walking away.
Here we are. Now if you'll join me. Men will come get you when we're finished. Keep each other entertained.
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant.
Oh, I agree. A whore dies and suddenly this. Will you have wine? It's a Tivian Red.
Thank you.
Now, to business. What would you say happened last night?
To be honest, I'm not even sure. My men, your overseers, a few whores, maybe a little too much ale. One harmless prank with a runaway chicken, and 10 minutes later, Trevor's Alley is a sea of blood and teeth.
I almost wish I'd been there.
Tivian, you say? Bit dry.
Now, I know you'll agree that we can't allow word of overseers behaving this way to reach the populace.
You can't seriously expect me to...
Campbell, this wine's rather strong.
Is it? You're not a lightweight, are you?
I can't feel my hands.
Really? Can you feel yourself dying, you ridiculous parasite?
What did you say? Campbell.
I do love my life. Can he be dead? Guards! Come at once! An assassin has poisoned Kernow. This noble soul. Lock the place down and search the offices from top to bottom. Order breached. I'll be in the sanctuary.
Facility is now in high alert. Lockdown is now in effect. Report to your stations and execute any intruders on site.
Eyes sharp.
There you are. Who are you? Hey, an assassin has infiltrated the building. This bastard cost us good men.
Attention, this facility...
Okay, let's show you the last option.
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant.
It'll make this business pass all the quicker. One of the servants must have been in here. Let me see. It seems I have the wrong one. Not that one.
This is the last option. To spill the glasses.
Now if you join me.
Let's show you.
Men will come get you when we're finished. Keep each other entertained. Meantime.
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant.
Oh, I agree. A whore dies and suddenly this. Will you have wine? It's a Tivian red.
Thank you.
What on... Who's been in here? I owe you an apology, Captain. This is hardly the hospitality I planned for you. Well, time to do this the hard way.
What was that, Campbell?
Never mind. It's a stroke of luck for you, Captain. I'm forced to break out the real vintage. Leave the men here. But we'll have to share with all of them.
Stop!
Damn it! Someone's down!
Stop playing and come out at once.
Damn you, rat! I know you're here somewhere, scum. Oh, I'll find you.
I gotta take care of Campbell now.
Stop playing and come out at once.
It's enough.
I know you're here somewhere, scum.
Let's take care of him.
I hear you, Rat. You? Who are you? Guard! To me! An assassin has infiltrated the building. Clear the line!
Okay. Thunder. Let's leave the area. Okay.
Hold on. Someone's down.
I know you're here
somewhere, scum.
Backyard.
Please, she's my sister. She's not a witch. I know her.
Someone get over here!
Bertold! No, not dead. Not dead.
Assassin, help! Spirit is failing!
You can actually choose to save them, those guys. I'm going to do that in another walkthrough. Let's come to the end. We have already reached 1 hour and 30 minutes in this part. I gotta go for a little bit quicker now. Don't need it, don't need it. Current bone jumps are pretty alright. Nothing to change. No need to change anything.
or the mathematical beauty of the music itself. We've seen it in action against the forbidden practices too many times to deny it. But the question no one wishes to ask is the incantation itself black magic? The pieces are priceless, but what's inside?
than that, nothing. Check for kill cam options. Kill cam mode click.
Pick yourself up. Damn! Someone's been. You're weak at heart. Hold on. Someone's down. Be rested. Heal yourself. I'll feed your heart.
Collect everything really quick. Seems like no enemies around. That's the reason the alarm goes off. Good to know. There's a specific animation right now in this building that I want to find right. Let's see.
No, it's just a little cough. I'm fine. I feel completely fine.
Fine. Look at you. You have the plague. You are trying to conceal it from us, your brothers in the Order. Was that your intent? To spread the malady to us?
No, friend. I tell you, I am well. As fit as ever. Put down your weapons. Just think for a moment before you...
He was sick. Very, very sick. That much I'm sure of. Now to find some way to dispose of the body without spreading his illness.
Get down!
Should be the safe code should be 023. 023 203. I'm sorry, got a little secret. Okay, we are done in this area. We have multiple options to go there. The way that I do that, you can either pick yourself a wheel, or you can go behind. What I'm going to do right now. Let's just go behind. Outside there. This is a good one. I think we are done here. Yeah, we are done here. Let's end the mission, the part right here.
Is that you?
Hey, Corvo. It's Samuel. I'm here. From the way I hear it, Campbell lived a pretty posh life. Maybe it's not my place to say, but men of the faith shouldn't live like barons. Are you ready to go? Okay, let's go.
We see we got everything here done, but we still missed 200 coins, killed 90 people. We got high chaos factor, and yeah, let's continue until the armpits pop. Let's get back to the pub.
Admiral Havelock and Lord Pendleton are in the courtyard. I expect they'll want to congratulate you.
He's alive. Thank you, Corvo, thank you. My uncle's a good man, and one day he'll prove it. Here. I know you did this for the right reasons, but I want you to take this as a reward. It's an old heirloom one of my aunts gave me.
They're all. If this is going to work, we have to take down the Lord Regent and all of his key allies. You know that.
Yes. Hopefully the High Overseer is the first step along that path.
And we must find the girl, Emily. Poor thing. Who knows what her mind is like, being there when her mother was killed.
I'd imagine the daughter of an empress is tougher than you think.
Quite right. In any case, we won't get the Lord Regent until we weaken his base. All the pieces are in play. He controls the City Watch. Through Campbell, he had the religious faction. Someone is funding the military. And he currently has a majority in Parliament.
Yes, I'm aware of that. My brothers control the voting bloc for my family. I'm very much aware of that.
Okay guys, it's time to do another break. We'll do that as the next part. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.